My name is Patricia Kagweri Mahulo, aka Party Plan Pat, and I'm an internet marketing coach and consultant. And today I am coming to you relative to a subject that receives a lot of attention, and yet I don't think a lot of people understand the effect that this can have and will have on the success of your business. So the question I have for you is training, education, and development. Is there a difference? And how does that affect the success of your business? So here's a question I have for you that might shed more light on this situation. Most of you in business are parents and have children, whether it's a business that's a brick and mortar business, online business, MLM business, or you're thinking of getting involved in a business. As a parent that has a teenage son or daughter, the question I have for you, would you rather that your teenage son or daughter, pimply-faced, hormonal, and all those things about being a teenager that none of us want to go back to, would you rather that they had sex training or sex education? I got you, didn't I? So, what am I trying to get at? Training is essential and necessary. Training is for compliance purposes, it's for consistency, and it's for exactness across the board. And that is why McDonald's is so world renowned, because whether you get a hamburger from your neighborhood or you travel to China, it is the same. It is consistent, and you know it's McDonald's. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. And so training is essential for branding and for getting the name out. Now, here's a question I have for you. Have you ever called a company from whom you're receiving service? For example, your cable company. And try this as an experiment. Just call and have a really random question in mind. Make it so random so that your point is effectively proven. Sometimes I call and I'll be like, I was just calling from, blah, 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 and I just want to know what time it was because, and I talk really fast, but, I get my point is what time is it and when is something going to happen? And it's so funny what happens. What they do is they ask you for your name, your social security number, and, the place from where you're calling. And often I'm like, well, what does that have to do with me finding out what time the game is going to be aired in Portland, Oregon? And that is the essence of training. In training, you teach the mechanical and the technical and the transaction. So when you teach people how to do something, how to answer the phone, how to respond, what kind of questions you ask, you're teaching them how to execute the mechanical, the transactional to generate results. The person that is trained will always have a job because they know how. Now, how does that differ from education and development? When you're educated, you know the why. Training is teaching people how to place the order, how to shop online, how to get things going, how to build a MySpace page and all those fun things, how to do SEO, whatever the case may be, regardless of the business you're in, how to build a website, what kind of things to put there. That's training. Education is, why is my website not converting? What are my visitors looking for? Education is emotional and transformational because it teaches you how to be. There's a huge uproar, between sex training, sex education. People are like it's the same thing. No. Sex training would be showing them what to do, how to do it, and when to do it. Sex education explains the why behind it. What is sex? What are the sex organs? If you're going to have sex, what precautionary measures should you take? At the end of the day, teenagers are going to have sex anyway. So it is better for them to be educated on the process, the emotional, the transformational. Why am I doing this? Because a lot of teenagers, when asked why, what did you think would happen? The last thing they expect is that they will get pregnant. And so sex training, sex education is an example I'm using to teach you the importance of education and development. You need to know who your customer is. You need to know why they buy from you and why they don't buy from you. Why? Because this allows you to increase your return on investment. You need to know why your website converts. Why are people buying excessively from you? Or on the flip side, why are they not buying from you? Education and development allows you to stand head and shoulders above the crowd. It is what makes a difference between a Bill Gates at $60 billion in personal worth and Steve Jobs, one of my favorite people. I'm a Mac girl, everybody knows that. $4 billion in worth. What is the difference? It's training, education, development. All those things put together in one. So again, I leave you with a question. Training and education, which would you rather your teenager has? Sex training or sex education? Thank you.